So the latest Q&A here on the channel is going to be a members only Q&A. With the members only Q&As, if you sign up for a membership by hitting the join button down below, you can get an exclusive Q&A just for you. This one's going to be going public for everybody, but I'll be able to answer some of the questions that are asked of me from the members. So you kind of get, more benefits because you actually get your question answered, because sometimes I'll get 200 questions and I can't get to everybody, and I really apologize for that, but I can't. But if you're a member, I'll most likely get to you because you get to go to the top of the list. So these are all member questions. Go ahead and answer them here involving Dragon Ball and other topics. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's get to these questions. Armando Torres asks, hey, I'm a big fan. Have been for many years. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Question, what are your thoughts on the Yardrats actually getting involved using other techniques to help with against Moro? Like a Yardrat, Buu, Vegeta, Goku collaboration fight. If you're talking about the Yardrats actually coming to Earth and fighting Moro, I could see them coming to Earth and being more so support for Goku, Vegeta, and Buu and others. But as far as them actually getting involved in combat, they're not really efficient in combat, but they do have bizarre and strange abilities like Vegeta told us all the way back in Dragon Ball Z. And now we're seeing these abilities in Dragon Ball Super's Moro arc, the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc. So I could see them getting involved, but I don't see them actually fighting. However, I feel like what they told Vegeta, maybe in their opinion, might be enough to finally put Moro away once and for all. Remember, we have not seen everything. In other words, they may have taught Vegeta more techniques that have not been shown yet in the manga. We'll find out. D. White asks, would it be an awesome twist once Vegeta meets Planet Sadala's king that he has knowledge of the Super Saiyan transformation before Kaba, Caulifla, and Kale? Well, it would be, and it would also kind of make sense if in the Universe 6 version of the Saiyans that maybe their hierarchy, maybe their what's the word? Like the royal family has like secrets, right? So maybe the Planet Sadala king does know some secret transformations that he won't tell other people because of, fear of Saiyans getting too strong. Maybe he's like Frieza, or he's afraid of a rebellion someday happening. So yes, that would be a great twist. There's so many different ways they could take that storyline of Sadala. I mean, so many different ways, dude. The Sadala arc could end up being a very long arc with a lot of cool lore and backstory. I mean, there's just so many possibilities there. So yes, I think it could work. CACP 1998 writes, do you think that Gohan will get some kind of power boost in the future because he's whack at the moment? I think it all depends on where they want to take the story. Based on the way he's been written in the Moro arc, though, he's been relegated to being just a cheerleader now. He did some cool stuff in the TOP. He got some shine. He got really, really powerful. Had that awesome episode where he was able to go toe-to-toe with Blue Goku. So they were kind of on their way to rebuilding Gohan. But now in the Moro arc, he's pretty much a J-Brone. And that's been kind of the story with Dragon Ball Super, is that Gohan goes from being kind of interesting. Like in Battle of Gods, he did a couple of things here and there. He lost to Beerus, but still, he tried his best. And then in Resurrection F, he's like a joke. Doesn't even train. Can't even like tap into the ultimate form anymore. And then in the Trunks arc, like he's like licking ice cream and not even fighting. And then the TOP, he's back to being serious again. So they keep going back and forth with him as far as the writing goes. So based on that, I feel like at some point they will do something with Gohan, but not anytime soon. That's my prediction. Giyo Tomioko writes, would you like manga and anime to go in a more mystical step like Moro and explore the magical possibilities in the DBZ universe, or explore the known, present, and past universes? Why not both? Why not both? Introduce more magic like Toriyama did in the Buu saga, and now in Moro, Toyotaro's doing it, and explore the other universes. I've been saying that for years now. There's so much wasted potential in Dragon Ball Super right now for great lore that I think, we need to really capitalize on soon. John Legger, I hope I spelled your name right, could be Ledger, Since everyone is almost multi-dimensional level strong now, do you think they could survive the explosion from a planet being destroyed, i.e. Kid Buu blowing up Earth, or being blasted into the sun, like Bio Broly being destroyed? No, it wasn't Bio Broly that got destroyed by the sun, bro. It was Broly in the second Broly movie. Bio Broly was the third Broly movie. Remember, Bio Broly died because that goop, that purple goop, froze him, and then Goten and the rest of them just blasted him into pieces. So you're thinking of Broly in the second Broly film. And I do think they can survive a planet explosion. I think maybe if they're asleep or something like that, you know, if they're like caught off guard, then probably not. But if they can put up a barrier fast enough, then I do think they could survive it, yeah. Just my opinion. Legion writes, why does it seem like Vegeta gets more character development than Goku, even though Goku is the main protagonist? Because Goku already got his arc, and he actually, that's up for debate because Goku still has other arcs, like the Ultra Instinct story about him learning to let go. Like, there's still stuff with Goku, but Vegeta, the reason why he gets more development is because he was introduced as a villain who became an anti-hero, who became a hero. So there's more of a character there. Goku is kind of like, as they say in wrestling, the white meat babyface. He did have his arc in Dragon Ball, you know, the original Dragon Ball series. He had a tremendous arc, and it continued into Z, where he kept learning and kind of, you know, learning more about the world and the universes and everything. But Vegeta is kind of more the favorite because he has more of a change than Goku. He changed more than Goku. Character arcs are all about change. Character is different from point A to point B to point C, and that's why Vegeta gets more development, because he's more different than Goku. So Code Zero says, yo, big fan of your channel, loving the technique guides, thank you, I like making those. Are you enjoying the current direction of Dragon Ball Super? If not, what would you have done differently for post-TOP? I can't say I'm really enjoying it as much as I want to. As far as what I would have done different, I would have skipped past the end of Z or done something with Sadala. Like, the Moro arc has some cool ideas, but Sadala's what everybody wants, and, you know, Broly's out there, so I would have probably tried to capitalize on that. However, you have to understand that Toyotaro is working under Shueisha, and there is a possibility that they have told him, like, they've given him parameters of what he can and cannot write. So it's possible, and nobody ever talks about this, but it needs to be talked about, that Toyotaro's kind of handcuffed. Maybe he can't go past the end of Z. Maybe Toriyama doesn't want him to go past the end of Z. There's all kinds of possibilities. So because of that, he has to kind of tell this story. Maybe he was told, don't use Broly yet. We have bigger plans for him. You know, that could very well be the case. And I might do a whole video about just that, because people don't seem to understand this is a corporate thing now. Toyotaro is not the boss, yo. Dragon Ball, modern Dragon Ball is corporate. Flight Right 49 says, I know you don't like the ending to the Goku Black arc. If it was up to you, how would you have ended the arc? I would have had Trunks do the Spirit Sword split. I would have had them trap Zamasu in the trap Immortal Zamasu in the jar, the Mafuba jar. Then I would have had either Vegito or Goku and Vegeta defeat and kill the Goku Black side, like the non-immortal side. That's what I would have done. That would have been my ending. I cannot stand that Zeno ending. Even though they did foreshadow it, I didn't like it. Bahamut says, according to Whis, there are 12 in total, and every two universes whose designations add up to 13 are twin universes. How did the 13th through the 18th universes fit into the equation? I was hoping you would cover that in your video about the 18 universes. Nonetheless, keep up the good work. The answer is that we don't know. We have no idea. Either they had their own equation or the equation was different back then. It might have been 1 and 18, 2 and 17. However, that wouldn't explain as to why 6 and 7 are twins, because if you have 18, it would not be 6 and 7 that are twins. It would be 9 and 10 that are twins. See what I'm saying? So, overall, like, them saying that there were 6 other universes does kind of... It's a bad retcon. They were just saying that in the series to tell us about how powerful Zeno was and how scary he was, but it really was not very well thought out because of what you just said. It contradicts what we said. So all I can think of is that they had their own equation. Winterfell, is R-Truth the greatest of all time in WWE to become 24/7 champion for a record-setting 37 times? In my opinion, it's the best part of WWE right now. Well, I haven't been watching it frequently enough to tell you that, so I don't know. Accelerator, how would you feel about an arc that focuses on Frieza? I mean, have you seen my avatar, bro? How do you think I would feel? Come on, man. Maybe something along the lines of him getting overthrown from within his forces and the rest of the arc is his journey to reclaim his position. I would love that. I would totally love that, just to hear Frieza be awesome. Cloud Nation 102, would you rather have the Sadala arc happen after the Moro arc or after the end of Z? I feel like it's too late if we end up past Z. No, it's not too late at all because Oob could be involved in that arc. I mean, there's all kinds of things they can do. All kinds of things they can do, excuse me. But either one, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't, you know, because at this rate, Goku and Vegeta are going to keep getting stronger and stronger, so it doesn't matter to me where they go with it. Victor says, hey, Danny, any ideas on the plot you would like to see in the Spider-Man Miles Morales video game? I would love to see an Carnage storyline or have Kraven the Hunter be involved. Actually, Kraven the Hunter is a good idea. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. I think the Miles Morales storyline, they would have something to do with the Prowler, kind of like what they did in the Spider-Verse film. So I would definitely have him involved and maybe bring in some of the other villains that didn't really get a chance to shine in the regular Spider-Man game. I would like that. But also, I think Miles Morales should have a different arc than Peter Parker completely. Should be a different character and execute it well. True SSJ Havoc. Is it me or despite how corporate you feel Dragon Ball has become these days, doesn't it seem like Toriyama's purposely moving his story away from Toei's original depictions of the world? Before Super, it seemed Toriyama wanted to ignore Toei's previous DBZ editions. You're right, he totally did. I.e. coming up with his own Yardrat design, changing Bardock's depiction, de-aging Pilaf gang, health changes. All of that is true, and I need to do a video on that at some point because there's a lot of it there, right? So no argument there. But as far as him moving the story away, I don't think he even cares that much. Like, I think Toriyama may have watched the original Z anime like once or twice and never really gave a damn. I think it was all about the manga for him. But he doesn't even remember his own manga. So, Emilio Torres says, how strong should Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan be if they never lost their tails? Not that much stronger because they've already broken their limits. They're already way past that. Tailing is not going to give them that big, push. If you had to, Ashley Danoa, I hope I didn't mess your name up. If you had to erase one character from DB, who would it be? People keep saying Mr. Satan, but I don't know if I like that because he's a funny character. So probably, I don't know. I was going to say General Blue in the anime, but I kind of like all the characters in Dragon Ball, dude. Like, they're all pretty awesome. Maybe like Bojack. Maybe I'd make him a better character. I don't know. I really like everybody. What's your favorite Unsolved Mysteries episode topic? My favorite episode of Unsolved Mysteries was the Zodiac Killer one because I was glued to my seat watching it as a kid and I loved it so much. In addition to that, I also loved the episode with Alcatraz and the UFO specials. Also, Padre Pio, the Catholic that he would die and his ghost would like heal people from diseases. Love that story. So those are the ones that stick out to me. Sturk says, if you had to impress Beerus with food to stop him from destroying the planet, what would you feed him? Well, I can cook very, very good cheese eggs, so that would be what I would feed him. It's your boy Roy. For the GameCube, PS2, Xbox era, what are some of your favorite games? So, I had a PS2 during those days, not a GameCube or an Xbox. But as far as my favorite PS2 games go, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is at the top. Dragon Quest VIII, obviously. I really love any of the Sly Cooper and like those games. I love those. Let me think for a minute. Max Payne. Max Payne was great. 1 and 2. All the GTAs, like Vice City is also in there. Throw it in there too. Oh, Manhunt. Anything from Rockstar. Anything from Rockstar was great. There was the game on PS2 called Shadow of the Colossus. That's an absolute classic. God, there's so many good PS2 games, bro. Like, those come to mind. Those are the ones that come to mind right off the hop. I have to think about it more, and I want to move on to the next question, but those are the ones that kind of pop in my head quickly. Kaput, how would you end Tournament of Power arc if you had to choose to decide what happened in it? I don't know. I think I answered this question before. Yeah, I did answer the question before, and the answer was that I think I booked Jiren and Goku to double eliminate themselves and then have Gohan beat Toppo. That was my finish because it gave Gohan a big win and let Jiren and Goku keep their feud going for later. So that's the finish that I booked before the arc actually finished, and I'm sticking with that one. That's what I would have done. Sosa, milk poured first or cereal poured first? Definitely cereal. Rob Hoffman writes, with Vegeta's new ability, Spirit Separation, do you think there's a way to manipulate Spirit more for, let's say, Vegeta to absorb that energy instead of sending it back to its origins? Well, I was surprised he didn't do that himself, honestly. But I guess he wanted to be a good guy and not be selfish. Also, I think you might have said this before about the possibility of the spirit bomb being nullified due to this technique. It's possible, I said. There's still more to the arc and maybe more showing of Vegeta's new power later, but I assume with Moro fusion, I guess he means Moro in 7-3, that they shall bring another fused character whenever one side fuses, the other side fuse does. That's not always true. That's possible because we saw it in Super, and we saw it in the Buu arc, but that was more absorption. But remember, Gogeta also fought Janemba. He also fought Broly, who are not fused characters. So I don't think we're going to see fusion this soon, but we could see absorption. We could see Majin Buu absorbing Goku and Vegeta, which I've been saying for a while now, and that's what I hope does happen. It's Schwartzy says, if you could have Goku come up with an original move, what would it be and why? I don't know, honestly. Spirit separation would have worked. See, I don't think about those things because I feel like that kind of question, like, it depends on what the story dictates, what the story is. I don't like just coming up with moves for characters. I like there to be a reason for it, right? There needs to always be a reason for it. And, I mean, Goku did come up with the Dragon Fist, and yeah, it's a movie, and it's in GT, and people will say it's non-canon, but, I mean, he did come up with it, so that's one, if you want to count it. I would actually put the Dragon Fist in Super. Like, I would actually have Goku do the Dragon Fist, but I would have it more so, like, where he's training and he's working on it. Like, it doesn't just bust it out of nowhere like it did against Hirudegarn. Like, he's actually, like, trying to perfect it, you know what I mean? That's something I would love to see them do. And, like, you know, they're doing the whole, like, taking Broly and rewriting him. Take the Dragon Fist and rewrite it. You know, that would be great, in my opinion. Jason says, with the whole Moro arc going on, it got me to thinking, what do you think would happen if Galactus came to the Dragon Ball universe? I mean, let's all forget about the big power gap and Goku would body Galactus solo. He can't be scaled, Dragon Ball, blah, blah, blah. Hypothetical situation where Galactus is a cosmic force of nature that has come with his heralds to feed on the earth and can't be physically beaten, at least no one in the traditional sense. What do the Z Fighters do? They're going to have to team up with the gods, bro. They're going to have to get with Beerus and the Grand Priest and those guys to help out. That's what I can think of. I mean, Goku at this point is very strong, but you told me not to talk about the scaling stuff, so I would definitely talk to the gods and Zuno and try to figure it out. That would be an awesome storyline, bro. Last two questions here. John with another question. Do you think post-TOP base form Goku and Vegeta could one-shot characters like Kid Buu after all the Zenkai? Also, do you think Vegeta is actually going for the kill like against Broly and the last manga with Moro? Yeah, I think he was, but it took too much time. And as far as Goku and Vegeta one-shotting Kid Buu, Kid Buu's very hard to kill, so I'm not going to die on this hill, but I'm going to say no. I think they would beat Kid Buu, yes, but I don't think it would be a one-shot. I think they would have to actually pummel him down to get the victory. And then Chris J. 4-star, what's your favorite GTA game? San Andreas is still my favorite, but I love all GTA games. They're all awesome. Even the older ones, even the 1 and 2, they're all awesome. And I do hope that someday we get like a legitimate remaster of Vice City and GTA 3. You know, like a really good one with like some new stuff in it. That would be just, I love GTA. Anyways, that's it for this Q&A. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Got through all the questions. Thank you as always. Hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And remember to take care of yourself because the world in 2020 is all jacked up and all we have is each other. So we should take care of ourselves. And talk to you soon.